today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Tennessee Titans.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles. But also, when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Second and 20. Back to throw here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Burgess. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 7. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. One of the best punt returns we'll see, 93 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, and they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one. right back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. And we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Braden Mann now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So here are the Bears backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Hey,
From his goal line here, Fields buying time to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 51 yards. Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the 50, here's Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just...
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. On first down, it's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Man open is Robinson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now Fields. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Tennessee offense set to go again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Fields. Flush to his right. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown! Allen Robinson. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bears have broken the tie. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Flushed out right. It's complete to Robinson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Fields on 1st down.
This is caught by Robinson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Escaping the pressure right.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
Touchdown, Bears!
Darnell Mooney.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. Because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From the 10.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. The Vikes still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And at the half, they trail the visiting Washington football team. A touchdown run there for Antonio Gibson. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's getting close to that number 300. That's always kind of the benchmark for a great game for a quarterback, isn't it? 300 yards?
Similar to a runner going over 100 yards or a receiver having a 100-yard-plus day. For a quarterback to throw for over 300 yards or hit that number, that kind of separates you a little bit from just the average guys in the league. This puts you up there in the elites, and that's where everyone wants to be.
And a big reason why they're winning, obviously, too.
On first down, Fields.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And now they're in the hurry-up. After the sack on first down, Fields.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They've got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Flush to his right. Robinson's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Again, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 10.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields.
Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Once again with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This just a 24-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, the final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man there, that's Bellamy. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Back to throw.
Quick slant to Brown.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He finds Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! Allen Robinson standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Bears extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams? In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Extra point up and through, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Flush to his right.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Titans will take over possession here up at the 44.
So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man complete. That's Burgess. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. They'll set up to throw.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Back to throw again.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And quickly they get to the line. They'll look to throw again.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears,
They improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.
so that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.